Okay, my beautiful friends, it is Friday, February 12th, 2021. You, me, together again, all is good. Let's talk. Let's look at the setup right now for the market, what's going on here, and what we're going to do about it. So right now, stock trading doesn't start for about 40 minutes. Stock futures are slightly negative. Okay. What are we looking at here? We're looking at the 10-year yield and the dollar. If you were to do that right now, and you can do this, again, go to my website, traderschoice.net. There is a link in the description of this video. Go to the second page, top left side, you see the 10-year yield. On the right side, the dollar. Okay. 10-year yield right now is creeping higher. Okay. Still in a range. We've been in this range for a couple of weeks now. Dollar is gaining some strength. All right. This is why right now, for the most part, we're seeing a little pressure on stock futures. Again, we want to see the 10-year yield remain in a range. The dollar strength, this is temporary, that we're seeing right now, tends to affect the market as well. Now, you know, there is a compensatory mechanism that exists between 10-year yield, dollar. Okay, nothing major going on here. But again, stock futures are slightly lower. What else is happening here? You got crude oil lately. I don't want to say it's under pressure, but it's also in a range. Crude oil right now is slightly lower. That's putting a little pressure on the energy sector. Another reason why stock futures are slightly lower. You understand? This whole thing is like a mosaic. A bunch of dynamics that play against each other, you know? So that's the story with that. So 10-year yield I covered, dollar I covered, stock futures, and crude oil. Let's talk about cryptocurrencies. Last night, Bitcoin broke over 49,000. Right now, it pulled back a little bit. It's about 48,000 and change. Okay, just lovely. You understand the mechanism behind cryptocurrencies right now. Again, you're being led to believe this is a bunch of like geeky people in their pajamas, you know, or on their phones trading it and buying and selling it with wild speculation. It's not true. Bitcoin right now, the price of Bitcoin, the price of the big cryptocurrencies is being driven by institutional investors, hedge funds, investment banks. And I'll tell you something else. No one could convince me that central banks aren't buying it either. Okay? Unless you have proof otherwise, well, I would be willing to bet that they are holding it. Rich people are holding it. This is the way it's going. All right. So it's not being driven by wild speculation. This is institutions. Companies like Tesla, for example, and they're not the only one either who are buying it. So that's the driving force behind cryptos. Gold and silver right now. Silver, slightly under pressure right now pre-market. You got gold slightly higher. Again, look, who's buying this stuff too? Central banks. All right. You got JP Morgan. It is JP Morgan, the hub, suppressing the price of gold and silver. Good. Let them play their game. We're going to play ours. The debt is vastly inflating. It's unbelievable what we're seeing here. Debts and deficits by design. Okay, this is not by accident. Vastly inflating. I covered this last night. I cover it all the time in my videos. What's going on here? All right, nothing is what it seems. This is a global takeover by central banks who are literally buying the world. Buying the world with their product. Their product is debt. We have a debt-based economic model, a debt-based engine that is fueling the world, fueling the debt bubble, inflating the stock market bubble, inflating a housing bubble. Multiple bubbles exist everywhere. Some to the downside. Thank you, JP Morgan. There's an inverse bubble here with regard to gold and silver. No doubt about it. Cryptocurrencies are not in a bubble. Look, ask anyone, ask someone how they would define a bubble. Most people are going to go, well, when an asset goes straight up, it must be in a bubble. No, you see, that's stupid. All right. A bubble is easily defined. An asset, any asset, is in a bubble when it moves beyond the ability for the average person making an average salary to buy it. Now, being that cryptocurrencies are available to buy in fractions, okay, there's no bubble. You understand? So it's not out of the realm of anyone can buy cryptocurrency. All right, and this is why Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are being held by institutional investors. You understand? This is what it is. And look, I understand a lot of you don't get the whole concept of it. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. Tulips, okay? A lot of people made money in tulip mania. A lot of people lost money in tulip mania. It could be anything. An asset that is being bid higher, you just capitalize on it. You don't even think. If you overthink something, you lose. You understand? With regard to the biggest bubble in the history of the world, we're talking about the debt market, okay? And the stock market is clearly in a bubble. There's no doubt about it. Even though, yes, you can buy small shares of stock, the stock market is completely disconnected from the economy. Okay, this is not really supposed to be like that. Yes, the stock market is a separate entity from what's going on here in the economy. But when you have 800,000 people per week applying for first-time unemployment benefits, 70% of small business being wiped out, the middle class being eliminated, and a stock market that keeps going higher because of this hideous merger that we have now, this fascist merger between corporate entities and this new American government, this new world order government, which started just a couple of years ago, really took off last year, well, then that's what you get. And this is all a setup too. You have to understand, the stock market is being artificially inflated by a runaway Federal Reserve who is in the middle of the largest wealth transfer the world has ever seen. They're going to pull the plug on this. Most people are going to get caught off guard. Again, think about it. You got people out here who have investment plans who only make money, a 401k, for example, only when the stock market goes up. Who came up with that kind of an idea? Guys like me, my traders, my lions, we don't care where the market goes. The market goes up, we make money. The market goes down, we make money. The market trades sideways, we make money. All right, this is how the banks work. This is how hedge funds work. We don't care where the market goes. The only people who do care are those who are stuck in an investment vehicle that only makes money when the stock market goes up. It's insane. Anyone who's wedged into an investment vehicle like that is going to lose. Speaking of that, I'm putting together, as you all know, an investment fund which will take advantage of the market in any direction, okay? I'm going to have some more information on that today. I'm probably about halfway through this, putting this whole thing together, filing necessary paperwork, trying to get this done for all of you, and I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. So, relatively soon, I will have a rollout date for you. So start putting some capital away for this. This is going to be big for all of us. Okay. With that said, real quick, Rob, I got it. Thank you. Hope you're out there. So anyway, going back to this market. Right now we have a market poised for a slightly lower open. We got cryptos taking off. Bitcoin broke over 49,000, pulled back a little bit, 48,000 right now. Gold and silver, you know the game. Just bet against this debt. Become your own central bank. Central banks are going to inflate so vastly, deficits, debt exploding by design. None of this is by accident, to allow them to finish what they started. This is we're in a war. And this is a war against the people of the world. And your people are being distracted. Virus. There's a new variant. It's going to kill you. You must be distracted. Look here. Don't look here. Like I've told you for the gazillionth time. Okay? Don't pay attention to the men and women behind the curtain. Don't pay attention to the charade that you are caught in. Don't pay attention to the theater. For example, the what's happening to President Trump now? They're trying to, whatever they're trying to do to him right now. I don't even know, because I ignore it because I know it's just theater. It's to keep you locked. What are they doing? What are they doing? So you can't focus. You're paralyzed. You understand? They want to paralyze your mind, and they do this by keeping you distracted, and it is working. Again, the people that run the world, and this is the banks, the central banks, They have every angle covered. They know how to manipulate the minds of men and women. And they will pull you in any direction they want to. You're a puppet. You're a pawn in a game. Just like I have explained to you, you are a pawn in a game. The only way you can free yourself from not being a pawn in a game is to disconnect yourself from it. Understand where you are. I told you yesterday, most people have no idea who they are. That's number one. Two, where they are or what they're doing. All by design. People are not connected to their environment, so their environment is not real. Where they are is not real. They are not real to themselves. Once you realize who you are, where you are, and what you're doing, and what they're trying to do to you, your whole reality will change. Your entire reality will change. You will take your own life by the horns. Until that time, your life doesn't even belong to you. Your life is being manipulated, rigged, twisted. You're being forced to believe things that are not true. You're being told things that you're seeing are not real. This is the environment we are in. Welcome to the New World Order. Welcome to it. I know that most of you that follow this blog are not locked into that kind of, you know who you are. You know where you are. And you know what you're doing. That's not most people. Most people are clueless. They're lost. They're locked in some kind of a twisted reality, a fake reality, and they're being told that it's real. You can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up. Anyway, all right, so that's it. That's where we're at. I think, again, I covered some important things in this video blog. I want to know, do you know who you actually are? Do you know where you are? Do you know why you're doing the things that you're doing? Or are you caught up in this false reality? The fear institution that is trying to paralyze you in every way they possibly can. They want to control your mind. They want to control you. And again, free thought, free action, and free movement will not be tolerated in this New World Order, this tyrannical thing that they're trying to shove down our throats with a whole new set of rules. Our forefathers must be rolling over in their graves because this is the thing that they tried to, they did for a long time, get us out of. I mean, people forget, they don't know history, but our forefathers wanted to start a free society, free thought, free action, free movement for everybody. We were not, they didn't want to be ruled by a king. So they wanted to start a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And we're going back. Like I've told you, we're going back to a feudal system, a two-tier society. I tell you, very, very bad, people. And again, the distractions, the propaganda, the fake news, all designed for one purpose, to bring us to our knees for the most part. And it's working because the dumbed down just don't get it. They don't know who they are, what they're doing, or why they're doing it. They're just following along like the sheep that they are, glued to the propaganda ministry, listening to the garbage, the distractions. They think it's real. They believe it's real. And actually, that is a form of insanity in my view. All right, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video.